once the gang escapes, thanks to TV and the media, everyone knows about it. This wasn't exactly the most quiet prison break in history. These are now the 8 most wanted men in America, and everywhere Michael and the boys go, they have to be looking over their shoulders and wondering if someone is going to notice the fact that Michael is still wearing his prison boots and make that call to the cops and turn them in. Plus which they have some really serious antagonists on their tail. You have Bellick, who has become some kind of bounty hunter with a personal score to settle. You have a new character named Mahone, who is affiliated with the FBI, who seems to have a lot of skeletons in his closet. And of course there's Kellerman, still trying to work the government conspiracy angle and make sure that Lincoln winds up 6 feet under. And it's been interesting as an actor, because I was looking forward to leaving the prison behind, but now I look back on these long and leisurely scenes in the prison yard where we're just talking about this, that, and the other thing, occasionally wondering if a CO might be listening in. But this season we're free, except every scene seems to have the sense of tension and dread, because anyone could be coming at you from anywhere at any time. Breaking out of prison hasn't, it doesn't mean that the best part of the show is behind us. It means that our horizons are now expanded, because that's been the question since the beginning of the series. The show is called Prison Break. What happens when the guys eventually break out? But that's really just the beginning of the story, and Michael has a very detailed plan that only comes into effect post-escape. There's the $5 million in Utah that he needs to get his hands on. There's the government conspiracy that put his brother behind bars in the first place. And his priority is making sure that both he and his brother get out of the country alive. And I think he's going to find that that's not as easy as he might have anticipated. Well, I think one of the most interesting elements of the first season was taking this disparate, abrasive group of individuals, each with their own agendas, and throwing them into the mix together, where they all had to get along in order to achieve a common goal. But now that goal has been achieved, they're on the outside of the prison, and the old rivalries and conflicts are resurfacing. And I think you'll find that the group splinters apart pretty much immediately. But there are certain things, like Westmoreland's $5 million in Utah, which inevitably will bring them back together. It's not a question of him leaving the prison and that door is now shut. I think he is very much psychologically still behind bars, still dealing with the fallout from the loss of his relationship with Pope, who was a surrogate father, his relationship with Westmoreland, who was a surrogate father, and especially his relationship with Sarah. And I'd like to believe that Michael has a plan somewhere down the line to go back and make things right. I would like to believe that at the end of the show, when Michael and Lincoln have their scuba shop somewhere in Mexico, that Sarah's working behind the counter. As far as Michael's agenda, there's